Well, folks, I guess we found the biggest copium drinker of the year, because according to Rachel Zegler, the only reason why her version of Snow White is getting dogged on the internet is because of the passion for the original. Sure, Jan.
I agree. That's not the only reason. The other reasons are kind of stupid. Like, this is like, these people are so unbearable, because it's like she's clearly trying to be more conciliatory, right? Like, she's not trying to go out on the attack, which is the right thing for her to do, right? As the star of a $200 million movie. And like, the reality is that however you feel about like the anti-woke stuff, I personally think most of it is retarded, but it's like, if you're like the actual star of the movie, you do have to be conciliatory, or just, you can't be divisive, right? And so it's like, she's trying to be more even-handed, right? She's not just going on the attack like she was at one point. And it's just like, these people are still gonna nitpick it. They've made her a target. She's now the target of anti-woke whatever. She's the new Brie Larson, basically. So these people are just gonna like take literally everything she says in the most bad faith way possible. And so I like, on the one hand, it's like, yeah, it's good that, you know, companies like Disney are more conciliatory to these kinds of people just because it's better for business. But it's also like, on the other hand, it's also like, I feel like these people just aren't even worth trying to appeal to. The thing that Disney should be doing is just making better movies. Because when you make a good movie, none of this stuff really matters, right? Like, I think Cynthia Erivo said some really stupid stuff as well, but the movie was like fantastic, so nobody cares. If the live action Disney remakes were like phenomenal, and Rachel Zegler said a lot of this stuff, and then the movie came out and it was phenomenal, I don't think anybody would ultimately care at the end of the day.
And this is what she had to say. I interpret people's sentiments towards this film as passion. What an honor to be part of something that people feel so passionately about. We're not always going to agree with everyone who surrounds us, and all we can do is our best. What an honor, except she said it wasn't a real love story and called it creepy, implied that the prince...
At the end of the day, it's smart for her to try to like de-escalate, and it's smart of her to not continue going on the attack. I guess you could say that it's just like too late at this point, right? She did make her own bed in that sense, right? Like, she just shouldn't have been that divisive. PR-wise, it's like, I don't understand how you ever thought it was a good idea to criticize the movie that you're making a remake of, when you're obviously trying to go for fans of the original movie. Like, it's just, again, like, I'm not trying to sit here and say that Rachel Zegler doesn't deserve any backlash. I can acknowledge that she made those mistakes, but like, at the same time, I can also acknowledge that these fucking people are just so unbearable. They're just gonna like continue being performatively outraged. Like, this is a fine statement. It even says we're not always going to agree, but all we can do is our best. Like, by the way, the original Snow White movie is not even a love story. I'm convinced that the people that are mad, I'm pretty sure you people just like have not seen it since you were kids. Just as an example, Snow White and the Prince, they do not have a single conversation in the entire movie.